And someone else. But Spike Vegeta lost by like 10 seconds, which is pretty rare for a Zooter match. Oh!
Oh.
And looks like it's underway. And both start with Sanctuary.
Sanctuary first? I don't know about that.
I don't know. No, me neither. I mean, you
I
have to
don't
go
know.
with the classic go to Uncle, of course. Crystals at Eastern Palace and Tower of Hair. I think it was a red crystal at Desert Palace.
It's either red crystal or a pendant.
Yeah,
Both
it was
of them
definitely
are
red
very,
desert
very
plat.
clear.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Tracker is telling me pendant Eastern. I was so sure it was the crystal.
Full magic from the tier 1 true pull there.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it does look like. Ooh,
the
that's
4-bomb drop.
nice. Oh. Ever since V31 came out, I've always been a little worried at the beginning for bombs because it feels like we've returned to the original prize pools, you never know when you'll get those bombs.
Well, I guess what way to make a statement that they want bombs on Tracker than bombs right away.
Yeah, completely in sync. My goodness. Are we sure we're streaming 2 different runners right now?
Yep. Nope. We're streaming 2 different runners right now, and they're neck and neck.
Oh yeah, they are.
Movement's been pretty good, and they're getting more bombs.
Well, they definitely won't be starved for bombs once they get to Kakariko.
Nope. All right, so what do you think the first time in Kakariko is going to be? Bombs?
More bombs.
More bombs?
I hope that they get Rupee Draw and then forget the bottle vendor. I don't know. That's just something I enjoy. But I kind of in it for, like, I want a Jet Seed for them.
Yeah. All right, both players with bombs are, of course, going to check Blind's Hut first.
You can tell there's still a slight difference between the two. Like, Thalane has 1 rupee.
Hey, there you go, rupees.
Yeah, well,
Hey, Fire Rod.
Fire Rod. We don't even mention that one.
Yep. Some heart thing, and then 50 rupees.
Yeah, which
That's
is
good.
enough for the rest of Kakariko. Oh, there you go, another 300.
That's really good. They probably wish they got that before the rest of the pots, and they wouldn't have to pick
then
up
they
anymore.
Well, that's actually what Thalane had originally done. Like, he only went like up a small path, but I guess he just finished it off.
He just really wants rupees.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not too far off from getting enough for Zora, so if they get another like 300 or another 100 and a couple of 20s, and if they want a sequence break all the way to Zora, or not because they just got the flippers, then they'll be a bit more set. Yeah, so you see they're both still picking up those rupees, definitely in anticipation. Might have to go to Zora.
Half magic.
Oh.
It's a very nice item to get. Utility item just increases their magic by half more.
Half more? No,
Half
it
more.
doubles their magic, or it consumes half of what it normally does.
I know what it said, right? It said half magic.
Yeah. But you said it gave you half magic more.
Right, it was half more. So you're agreeing with me then?
Yes, Solsky. Yes.
Good.
So far, so good. Healthy seed, already 5 hearts. Will not complain about that. But just having the like the mix of like the fire rod and half magic right away. It's like you've already got a usable weapon, not reusable permanently like the hammer or sword, but like you can use this for quite a while.
Get a red boomerang there. That's good, really, as a technical item, just for stun pack and any kind of enemies in the way. But of course, they have that fire rod, half magic, like you just alluded to. So they're gonna be very well powered for the beginning of the seed.
Yep. Just a heart in the library. Probably won't be coming back for that.
Nah, not happening.
And both Thalane and Kohrek going in and for the race, probably because, well, Kak was a little bare. There's nothing indicative of what they found. Just the fire rod, just the flippers, nothing much. So I agree with this little risk.
And no.
Woohoo! Big 20. Oh, come on. You could have grabbed that. I mean, it'll help Uzora.
You wanted the 5s and the pots.
Think about the
Get the 20.
the dialogue box. It's not that
there it
long.
is.
No. Okay.
They just shipped it to Link's house. It's fine.
There
There we go.
First divergence. So we have Thalane going up to Hyrule Castle, going to check out Uncle, and we have Kohrek going down to South Shore.
That's what I like to see. Early Uncle.
I can understand why maybe Thalane would go to the castle first. One, it's been super useful in his past matches. And, oh, yay, protection. Get the banana hat.
Did the uncle just give him a shirt?
Take the shirt off my back, young Link.
I was supposed to give him a sword. Oh, that's a nice little trinket right there. So that's the power glove.
Yep.
Gonna open up
so
a couple of items here in Spear Zero. Mainly the back 3 items in Escape, and also I guess Zora, but they already have the flippers. So
Yep.
Does open up, though, importantly, a rupee farm for Zora if they so chose to route that in now.
Something that Kohrek could not do right now, because there is a 20 rupee farm next to the Ice Rod Cave, but he won't be able to use it because obviously he does not have the useful power glove.
Yep.
Kohrek going the old-fashioned way with bombs to take out those Moldorms.
Yeah, I don't think he just wants to save time on the menu there. Oh, hint. Of course, nice physics there in the game. The bomb a little bit overhead of the Moldorm does not kill him with that bomb blast.
Huh.
Nice little shield.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little hook shot.
Ooh, hook shot.
So hook shot and glove
That would
with
give-
fire rod. Thinking, what do you think they're going to do with that?
Well, they're going to sequence break up the mountain, I would think.
Yep. Let's see.
Lamp, no lamp, who needs it?
Yeah, I would say that's probably a good play at this point.
With the quality of these two runners, the odds of them getting the lamp or needing the lamp to go through. What do you get there?
He just got the lamp.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So they got the lamp. Yay. So yeah, that's even more indicative of something being up on Death Mountain.
Yep, they're going to go up the mountain now.
So could the flippers be a red herring, or could it be, oh my, we just need one more glove and we're off to Ice Palace?
Nah, they're just going to go to the mountain. But yeah, Kohrek still needs his glove as well. Thalane still needs his hook shot, so he's going to have to go south regardless.
Well, Thalane's going to start by going to the back of Escape, see what's there.
Solid
Depending on what's there, he might have to go all the way to Dark Cross to get the last item. Because he already has a small key. I don't think he got the map. It would have been that first
No,
test.
they
with
got
the blue
they got
guard.
the small key in the first test. Oh, you mean in the front free? No, I didn't notice it.
No. Sorry. we were looking at the Moldorm fight. Oh,
there's
the
the
map.
map.
So that means there is an object in the Dark Cross, and Thalane's gonna go get it while Kohrek's checking out the Ice Rod Cave.
I hate walking up here.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. Me personally, I just routinely skip it, but you know, it's always good to play safe, especially in a group like this. Like Kohrek again is what 2-0, so for him, he's not really in a position where he needs to kind of make those kind of judgments this early. So I think he's going to play a little bit more safe today.
Yeah. Well, he is on his way to get his power glove.
Good.
Good. I agree. What's great right now is that first tier triple is that full magic, so like they can just go wild with the fire rod.
Yeah. I don't know though. They still haven't checked Sash Cave though.
Keep it for last. Just chain it with Eastern. Come back later. It's not as if it ever has the bow.
I had the bow in all 3 of my races.
I know.
So that's kind of the neat little quirk, I guess, of the new V31 is that one of the big changes there, especially in the meta, was now the bow is actually 2 items, so it's now progressive, similar to the glove and the sword. So it doesn't.
I wonder why Thalane bombed that tile. Do you know?
There's a guess, but not sure. Can't quite put my finger on it.
Well, that tile does hold the names of all past winners for the main tournaments of Link to the Past Randomizer.
Oh, that's right. Ugh. Whoops.
Yep.
Thalane didn't win the last one, did he?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was the other guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
okay.
that guy.
Who was that other guy?
I think it was Kohrek, no? No? I don't know. We'd have to look it up. Or somebody in chat could tell us. But yeah, in the meantime, Kohrek as well gets his lab. Thalane will soon get his hook shot. He's already prepared because he did the Houlihan room to go to Zora. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there it is. Half magic.
Yeah,
and he's almost dry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Again, the triples. We'll get it back later.
Optimal. Well, I guess he can.
On his way up the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that one tree. He could just go do that. Because he's going to need it. Because he doesn't have really another good usable weapon. Except maybe the hook shot, but that doesn't work on all enemies.
Right. Very good utility item. Again, much better than the boomerang that they got earlier.
So let's see if Kohrek goes to check out the Dark Cross. Because it could be a gamble just to leave it behind. But in his position, you're right, playing it safe seems much more strategic. But at the same time, his opponent is Thalane. It's not easy. Maybe making one tiny skip would be good.
I think with the lamp and fire rod now, and he has the map in small piece, and he's definitely going to go for it. All right, so with Thalane doing Ice Rock Cave, I think he's going to be...
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to do Zora. Because with that Houlihan, he's not going to waste the fact that he went to go get rupees intentionally for this, even though he got the hook shot. He has a plan. He's going to execute it.
Yeah. Or just wants a lot of rupees.
Just a collection.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just wanted to bomb that tile.
Yep, that very specific tile.
Yeah, Thalane beat Kohrek 3-2. A semi-final rematch from last main tourney. Thalane beat Kohrek 3-2. Okay, there we go. But Thalane lost to Andy, I guess.
Who's Andy?
I don't know. I think he's the boyfriend of Kelpsy.
Oh.
Yeah. Not... I don't really know him well. There we go. Thalane finally going to... Wait, Kohrek also went that... Nobody's going up the mountain. Why is nobody going up the mountain?
I mean, with Flippers so early, they just want to, I guess, get Zora area out of the way.
No, Flippers just indicates Ice Palace. It's always Ice Palace.
Yep, always Ice Palace.
Yeah. Which has greatly diminished in value in V31. I mean, it was great in V30 with all those hits. But they have, by default, they're deactivated for this tournament. I'm sad. I like those hints. They helped me win. Oh, and all that time just to get bombs. Ah,
That's just so disappointing. That
is.
Time loss.
It's huge. But at least they're not bomb starved. All right, finally, Kohrek, first one, taking the first steps to go up the mountain. Because there's nothing left, because they're not going to go to Sastrala right now.
Thalane's really hoping for something here. And he looks extremely disappointed. He's just like, man, I just walked for a minute for nothing.
Yep. And you can just... He still has to live with it because that rupee count is just going down, 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 reminding him what a great decision he made.
It's so disappointing. All right, so we see the old man rescue here by Kohrek. Thalane following suit. They're going to be cashing that in for an item. And, of course, they're going to have East Death Mountain open for grabs now.
Thalane does not take the time to refill his magic bar. Not as if he really needs it, but...
Nah. I think with Hookshot or Early Spear, he's good right now.
Yeah. And they got plenty of bombs.
Yeah. Ooh. It's a little bit of a trinket up there. Kohrek finding the Quake Medallion in Spec Rock. Just gonna ask a Q from there.
Yeah.
Just gonna utilize the warp from the old man cave.
Yeah, it makes more sense than trying to bomb jump across because you can miss. It's not that big a time save, if any. But Thalane's going to pick it up on his way back. He saw the medallion, but he's going to decide, like, oh, well, pick it up later if I need it. Maybe pick it up if he finds the hammer on the right side of East Death Mountain.
I kind of wonder what they're going to find up here, because they got to find a pearl soon at this point. Like, they're 17 minutes in. Again, they haven't checked, like, Eastern or Sash Cave. And, oh no.
Dead rock log. That's unfortunate.
That's not fair. That's really an unfortunate time loss there, and Thalane has just kind of pulled a little bit ahead now because of it. Some more money, so now he's going to be happier. His rupee count's back where he wants it to be.
Yep.
High.
Does pick up the Cane of Burna.
Yep.
It's a nice offensive weapon. They can kill blind if they wanted to.
In due time.
Thalane just having as much luck hitting with the hookshot than he did with the fire rod. I don't think he's a fan of Moldorms.
And nothing in really East Death Mountain so far. They do have Spiral Cave left now that they will they'll hit up next.
Spiral Cave, but then after that it'll be Sahasrara and then Eastern Palace.
Thalane showing off the bomb trunk to get over diagonally across that pit, save a little bit of time.
Yeah, one of the easier ones to learn because on the left-hand side, you actually get pushed back a little bit, so it puts you in the right spot. So you only really have to line with the bottom ledge. Another medallion on...
Which one was that?
That was Bombos up on the Sky Island.
That is indeed Bombos. So that's just really good information then to know where a medallion is in a race, particularly if TRMI are required or you have the requirements to get in and maybe route in as an option.
Yeah, to be fair, Thalane did not pick it up. So let's say they were to visit Mizumara area and he was ready and able to complete it, but he was just missing that medallion. Kohrek would have that lead. And ooh!
Interesting, because they don't have a pearl, so they have the Titan mitts. So our pearl is elsewhere right now. So we do have a couple of options available, depending on how the items are going to gen out, right? So they're going to go east side, I think, at this point.
Yeah, they could discover the Moon Pearl. They could discover the mirror, and with the flute, they could check out the Desert Palace area as well as Checkport Cave. But we know we're going to find one of these three items or some fetch quests.
All All right, we're going to get our check of Sash Cave now. Hey, there's our sword. Hey, there's our Moon Pearl. Hey, more bombs.
All right. So that's
Sash Cave.
Yep. I guess it did have all the answers.
Always does.
But it did not have a bow.
Did not have a bow.
No.
But it's unfortunate because they would have been able to chain in Hookshot Cave as well, but they can just kind of do that later.
Well, that's what Kohrek looks like he's doing.
Just going to go right back.
So finally, another divergence. They were bottlenecked, and now they're back on their separate paths. Kohrek up the mountain, Thalane down to either Village of Outcasts or Skull Woods.
Yeah, I think in Kohrek's point right now, he might be worried that Thalane might have routed it in Sash Cave first to Darkwood Death Mountain, so he's just kind of trying to cover his tracks. I don't think he wants to come up here this early, but honestly, there's a lot of item density. Yep. For the time spent for what you're getting out of it, plus a map check and a scout of TR's medallion, which we do see as a medallion now.
Oh my.
Or a pendant, sorry. Yeah, I think it's well worth the time as a first entry point.
Yeah, we had pendant TR, pendant Ice Palace, and a green pendant Skull Woods. I missed the red crystal.
The good news is that Fire Rod has already been found, so that menace has been put to rest.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing stopping Thalane from completing Skull Woods if he wants to, but there's not really any point.
Nah.
Like, Fire Rod is a little useless because all 3 dungeons that require it, well, they don't want. Ooh, and that's a nice flute for Kohrek. So that will give him access to the Misery Mire area.
And they do need that Misery Mire dungeon, so that's a great find for him.
Yeah.
That also could be the required access to deserts. Say they were to find the mirror as well. So.
We're soon gonna get the check for Turtle Rock, and it is Ether. Yeah. So not a medallion we've seen yet.
Ether, that's kind of an odd one, right? Because they already have Quake. They know where Bombos is. I just wonder if that kind of just really tanked the relevancy of T-Rock in the future for them. So I think for Kohrek right now, he's just thinking, all right, it's probably not going to be a play then. And we find a hammer.
That is
in
very
Hookshot
good.
Cave. That's an incredible find for Kohrek. Particularly since Thalane himself right now is in Thieves Town without
and
a bow. So that is Eastern, that is Pod.
Yep.
Wow. That's
both
a
crystals,
great
both
play for him.
being able to be completed. Honestly, he's almost. I mean, there's 2 items left from Gomo for him, right? I mean, he needs the red cane and he needs the mirror. Possibly the book.
Yeah. Well, he might possibly need Ether, like you said, if Mire. So.
But it's really close. It looks like a pretty fast seed. Thalane finding nothing in Thieves Town. Just some arrows, a shield upgrade.
And he's got that small key, so that's unfortunate. So what that means is that now we could have an item in that big chest that he might not be able to get.
Yep. He might get very unlucky because of that, and that's why he is bailing out after finding those opening those first 4 chests.
That's a very, very conservative play, especially with Thieves Town being a crystal. I think he just wants to play it safe at that point.
Yep.
And Kohrek right now optioning, I think, is the best play for him right now. Is just Eastern Pod, finding
He
that
didn't actually
hammer,
have a flip,
finding
though.
that.
He could have.
Yeah, he could have actually. Yeah. All right, looks like Thalane is just optioning now to kind of follow the Dark Will loop here. That will take him right over to Hype Cave.
Yeah.
For an easy 5 items.
Yeah, he'll probably. Well, he might pick up the Smith.
He might.
Hey, finally getting some refill on that magic with Thalane.
All right, so there's a big key for Kohrek.
Was there something in the first chest? Just a bit of love over in the digging game. Digging my way to your heart.
All right, so if Thalane goes ahead and grabs that Smith, that just tells me he's coming back. And if he doesn't, that means he's going to go to Dark World Death Mountain, and he's going to grab the Smith.
He's picking it up, so he won't
so
be
he's
back.
Commit. Yeah, so it looks like Skullwoods to Thieves will be probably his next option after this.
Yep. I mean, nothing's stopping him from going all the way to Pod if he wanted to. He does have the flippers.
He does, yep.
Of course, after returning the Smith.
On the map in the Eastern Palace Big Chest.
Yep. So, gonna go the long way around, make sure he gets all his items.
That frog just did a little bit of a dancer.
Oh man, when's the last time Hype Cave has ever been hype for you? Because I'm hoping that's hype for Thalane, because he's gonna need it.
2007 was it? 2017 was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2017. Okay.
All right.
He gets the mirror.
Is it 2017 still?
I don't know,
Okay.
but it feels like it.
The mirror's a big find.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he just kind of changes his mind now.
I don't know.
That's finding the mirror no hammer. Like that's gonna be he's gotta feel a little awkward about that. I don't know, because it doesn't necessarily point anywhere, right?
He's continuing. He's gonna go the long way around. Is he gonna go all the way to Catfish?
He has the means to.
He
can
does.
just swim to it.
Yep. So he's gonna take the long way. Probably gonna check out the pyramid and Catfish. And Hype Cave is not something that's super out of the way, so we know Kohrek is going to get there at some point, get that mirror, be one step closer to being in go mode. But what we really need to see is Thalane going back up to Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, that is definitely where he wants to be.
Mm-hmm. All those bombs. It's just been a bomb-filled seed. And with our most knights, 18 arrows later, we have 300 rupees. Oh, Thalane's gonna like that later.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! That's a cheeky spot for them.
Yes,
it's a really cheeky spot for them.
This might not be something that Kohrek checks out right
That
away.
might be required, right? With Desert being a crystal.
It could be required. And
so mirror, hook shot, hammer, we know, and now he has boots.
Yeah.
Oof, I mean, like, what else do they need? Red King?
Red King, yeah.
So Fat Fairy, I think, is
Pyramid Fairy, yeah.
yeah, that's like priority one at this point.
But
knowing what we know, of course.
yeah, knowing what we know, it's not something that Kohrek will automatically get to.
Ooh.
He is heading towards Hype Cave, which is good.
This is a really
He might
heads up.
go to Pod, or he might make a detour to the pyramid. It'll depend on his decision here. But something pretty out of the way was a graveyard ledge, which contained nothing.
So Kohrek, of course, can get his mirror now.
Thalane gonna continue to do those boots checks or not.
Kohrek is continuing. I think he pushes Pyramid to Pod here.
Yeah, I'm just surprised he didn't
Could maybe
open up King's Tomb though.
He could go down to Swamp as well. Let's see where he goes. North or south?
He is going south.
South.
He's gonna do
Yep.
Swamp Palace.
Yep.
But yeah, Thalane didn't check King's Tomb. Maybe he'll just do it afterwards once he comes back to Light World with the frog. Yeah. But nothing's done yet. I can't give an advantage to either one because with those boots, Link can clearly get to places much faster. Dark Death Mountain, not so far away. Kohrek does have a 1 crystal lead.
Yep. I mean, every crystal counts in races like these, right?
Yep.
So sometimes you can get in the trap of doing too much overworld early, and then if the items are all in the dungeons, then it's really an uphill battle. But fortunately for the seed, very overworld heavy. So could be a very fast seed here.
Yep. Nothing in King's Tomb. Just some decrepit remains from the king. Just a little piece of his heart. Probably shriveled up, a little dried. Pretty good with a bit of salt.
So I guess the early game question for me now is, like, when does Kohrek go to that pyramid, and are boots going to be fundamental for the seed?
Well, that's the thing. It just might not be. And that's the question.
I think it is.
We won't get an answer until they get to Desert Palace, and the only person who has access to Desert Palace is Kohrek.
Yeah, I mean, it is for execution based. Like, Thalane is just going to do a lot of this stuff faster than Kohrek if you just kind of routes around it. So
oh, yeah. Like, in an hour and a half, you'll save, like,
a
couple of minutes there.
Yeah. Like, I'll just catch up on execution there alone. So, we'll see. All right, Thalane going to cash in the Smith now?
Cash in more. Pay up. 10 rupees it costs.
I guess you are paying them. So.
Yeah. It's a courtesy 10 rupees. Ah, nice forgery.
Laundering operation.
I mean, forgery.
Yeah? I like it. All right, Thalane now making play to east Dark World Death Mountain.
And with the mirror, he will be able to pick up bombos if he wants to. He can even make a trip to Tower Hera.
Yeah, I think he does, just because it's already up here.
Yeah.
You'd rather just have it than not. And it's not that big of a time spent to get.
Kohrek is probably going to be doing Tower Hera last because he has the mirror. So what do you do here? Let's say that you find the Red King. Do you just stop looking in Swamp? Like, do you ignore the left side?
I guess yes, and then just on the precursor that, you know what, Desert may or may not be required. I may not have the medallion required, so it's a definite gamble, but I don't know. It's a tough one. It's only a couple extra minutes to check those chests, so.
Yeah, but it's minutes he may not have. Plus, he doesn't have the boots. It's a time sink.
Yeah, and a seed this quickly too, and they're both gonna pick up on that. That it is running pretty quick, especially for Thalane once he gets these two items here.
Yeah.
So like, he's gonna probably be feeling real good once he gets these.
Yeah. Of course, if you went with the premise that if Kohrek had gone to Sahasrara first, that he would have done this on his first trip up the mountain. Same principle as we had before, so maybe he's not as solid as he thinks.
Okay, and we have Thalane. He is going to go ahead and grab that Bombos there, and Kohrek is going to go through his Argus fight using Fighter Sword spins. He's going to grab him in pairs of 2 and just kind of take care of him on pairs.
Yeah, because slashes don't actually work on those puffs, but the spins, since they do Master Sword damage, they will do 1 bit of damage, and you need 2 spins from the Fighter Sword to be able to destroy 1 puff.
You'll most times get 2 bits from the spin.
Just gotta be careful with those.
Okay.
Lionel says this is fine. This is fine.
Thalane is going to go ahead and option off into Hera now as well.
He might pick up Quake afterwards. Like, he also has an invincibility item, right? He has the Cane of Burna, so he could do Spike Cave.
Yes, he could.
So that's 2 crystals for Kohrek.
Yeah, nice little spin speed there from Thalane.
Yeah. I never think about that one.
And the Beetle's giving him a little bit of trouble there, but he got through. Oh. Yep.
Forgets to hit the switch. Yeah.
And we're off. All right, so Kohrek optioning to go westward to West Dark World towards Skullwoods and Thieves Town. That's, I guess, ultimately bad for him right now, just in this option. Of course, we know boots are going to be on pyramids, so it's It's going to hurt, but again, we just don't know how impactful that really is going to be until we probably get to the finish line.
Yeah. Kohrek doing all these mirror checks. I get it. And, oh, is that our first bottle? It is. So
interesting that's that late.
Yeah, but Sick Kid is now in play.
That's very interesting to me that it's that late.
And that's out of the way for Thalane right now.
So if you're like in the head of Thalane right now, where would you go? Would you option that Eastern pod, or you want to kind of go around Desert Mire just to kind of see what's up?
Personally, I'd rather go pod and Eastern. You have that mirror, you can chain those 2 dungeons. In all, that would be 8 items versus just the 6 from Swamp Palace. And Swamp Palace can be pretty lonely, especially if you have items on the left-hand side. So I would rather go pod Eastern.
Did Kohrek do left side swamp?
He did not. He bailed.
He did.
And there's at least 2 items left because he got the big key, he got the compass. So there's at least 2 items left in there.
Yeah, that's the big boy gamble right there. So
yeah. And he still hasn't activated his flute, Kohrek. Nor Thalane. Wait. Thalane was using the flute?
Yep.
But he forgot to activate. Okay. Yep.
Just want to serenade the crowd. It's fine.
I was wondering, like, when did Thalane activate it? No, you didn't. Go activate it, you fool.
He's running as fast as he can, okay? The man is literally dashing.
There we go.
There it is.
So you can't see it, but Solski's in full salute.
No, I'm not. I don't know. I think Mire Desert next.
Well, you want to check Mire Medallion for sure.
Yeah, I think he just wants information because I don't know. He's got to. If he ran into Ether, he knows he's good, right? But he also needs Red Cane, so.
Because he also bailed out on getting quick again. Thalane. So.
That's a good point. Where was Quick again?
It was inside Spectacle Rock. And there's a second bottle.
Has he checked Spectacle Rock?
He did.
He did.
He saw it and he left it.
All right. Well, Thalane's going back into Thieves Town. He just wants to finish what he started there.
Cool. Grabbing the purple chest. There we go. We got Kohrek going to activate his flute. Might stop by Sick Kid. Probably not. The way he places mirror portal.
That's a good point. He might have forgotten.
Yeah.
Nice dash there, Thalane. It was a pretty tight corridor where the Patrick Stars were, and you couldn't get the Hell Dash there.
That would have been beautiful.
One. Yeah. It's tough.
Off he goes, gonna bring back that purple chest, exploring the rest of Thieves Town. I just feel so bad for Kohrek. I'm like, why isn't he running? Why isn't he running? Oh yeah, he doesn't have those.
Well, Thalane has that, which is now the Master Sword. So that was a progressive sword that Thalane has had. So now he has enough
oh, look at that.
damage power there.
Kohrek did remember to go check Sick Kid. Took advantage of the few invincibility frames to just skip over that portal and get the vanilla bug net. Nice.
He's
ready for Aga 2.
Look at that reaction, man. He's ecstatic.
I'm gonna say focused.
I just won the game.
Possibly constipated. I mean, genuinely focused. Right, I'm rooting for Kohrek, right? I keep having to remember that. I'm not against these two right now. I'm rooting. I gotta. Oh god. So there is something in the big chest.
All right. So
oh wait, no. It could still be the map.
All right. I'm interested to see what's in this big chest too.
It's another bottle.
So
there is the map on blind.
So that's Thalane's first bottle.
Yep.
So. He's probably thinking good about that.
Yeah, and he'll be able to get his bug net too.
All right, so yeah, this is a pretty important race that we got going on right now. You want to give the recap?
Sure. Right now, this group of 4 individuals, Kohrek, Thalane, Kohrek, that's me, and Ultima, are all in it. Kohrek is 2-0. Thalane is 1-1. If Kohrek wins, then there will be a 3-way tie between Thalane, myself, and Ultima. If Thalane wins, then it'll be a tied first place between Kohrek and Thalane. So they'll be off to the runoff.
Right.
That was a nice fight. I managed to get the entire explanation inside that one fight.
It's a nice fight.
And there we go. Thalane, super happy. Look at his expression. He's going to be getting his bug net. Look at that. Look at that. See? Stoic, commanding, brave. A steel heart. You can tell. Look at the way he rubs his nose.
Doesn't even impact him.
Truly.
That man's a champion right there.
I know.
Remember, you want Kohrek to win.
Oh, right. Ah. So Thalane going over the checks that Kohrek just made. Kohrek going through Thieves Town.
That's another bottle.
That is. So that's 2 for Thalane and 2 for Kohrek. Kohrek will get his 3rd in here. We have 2 crystals on each side. Though to be fair, again, if it's on left side swamp for Kohrek, it could be disastrous.
Yes, because there's just so much open right now.
But also, at the same time, if they find the red cane elsewhere, well, then Thalane will be able to go mode Swamp Palace, which is still bad. Skipping out on that B bottle. Bottle B. Bottle B, bottle B.
Alright, where's Thalane going to go after this purple chest cash-in?
It's either going to be Misery Mire area or Pot Eastern. With that flute out, you want to flute away. Probably not going to be Swamp.
There it is.
Yeah,
there's
Misery
my
Mire area.
desert area. I really agree with this play.
Yeah, I want to see what that medallion is.
He's looking for information, right? Like, again, he knows Boots were in a bad spot. He's going to get info that it's quick.
So he will have to go right back up the mountain to be able to get into Misery Mire. It's something that Kohrek will not need to do. And gets a fetch quest, which with the shovel and Red Rupee.
Hard to say if you want to go into Mire that early without the red cane with so much too. So
yeah, but what if the red cane is in Misery Mire? There's always a balance. There's always an argument for either or. Personally, I don't find getting into Misery Mire very long. You've got 2 rooms, and then you're in that one main room. If you go in and then you find there's no red cane, then just leave and you can come back. It's not. I don't find it so bad.
So that's big. That
is not necessarily.
Could be.
It depends on if the big key is in this chest or not.
And boots are required.
Okay.
With a nasty block there with the ice rod.
Yeah, and it might take a while before Kohrek goes to that pyramid. Because whenever you do pyramid, you want to do pyramid catfish. And pyramid catfish, you want to do that when you get the boots.
So I guess at this point, we're just looking for a red cane now for Como, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Because we have everything else we need.
The good news for our runners today is that they do know it is, well, Thalane knows now it's even faster because now T-Rock's out of the equation.
I would still risk it. I would go into Misery Mire because otherwise you'd be last locationing the dungeon.
Yeah, it's a bull play. It really is, because in Thalane's case, he has Eastern Pod open.
Yeah.
But not a whole lot else, really. I guess Ice Palace as well is a pendant, but...
Yeah, but there's no reason to go to Ice Palace.
Yeah, you might as well go to Skull first, right?
3 items, super long to get through.
Yep. And, of course, your opponent could have gone there earlier. It's very early in the Dark World routing, so... Yeah, so it's all coming down now to that one item. For Kohrek, unfortunately, he's going to have to find those boots. And again, I think his best out would have been Desert, because then he can chain together Fat Fairy to Pyramid, but now he lost that, right? Once he finds out.
Because of that, he might want to do that because...
He might route that into Pod, yeah.
Yeah. Because he still hasn't gotten to Pod. So it'll depend if he wants to fluke there or take the long way. Just to route in the Pyramid. There we go. Quick kill for Thalane. He gets his 3rd crystal. Taking the lead. Actually, no, he does not take the lead. They are both at 3 crystals because Kohrek also has the East Down crystal.
I just want to say that it just seems to me like Thalane's kind of in the driver's seat right now, too.
Yeah. Ever since getting those boots.
There's the small key, so Kohrek knows that the big key could be in that map chest coming up. He's just not going to like the item that he gets because it's effectively useless to him.
Yeah. The thing is, if he does find the red cane before he finds those boots, he could think they're in Turtle Rock.
He could.
I mean, they don't have ether, but who knows? I haven't seen Agina yet.
That's actually a pretty good hiding spot for Red Cane. Very early in.
No, it's not.
Alright, so I guess prominent locations we haven't seen right now is the 5/6 Crystal, the Fat Fairy, Pod, and left side Swamp. Thalane looks like he's going to go ahead and option Swamp here. Just completing Desert, don't blame him for that. I think he has that geared in now. He wants to make that play.
Thalane with Swamp.
I'm not surprised at all being that 5/6 Crystal. I think he knows at this point, like, again, Boot's bad spot. He's going to want to just ride that advantage if he can.
But you think he'll full clear?
That's a tough say. I don't know what he's going to do with it.
Yeah.
And Kohrek has a lot of dead rock issues right now.
Yeah.
And cabbage issues.
Slow trek up the mountain. He's heading to Tower Hera.
All right.
I mean, I'm a little surprised. I would have picked Pod before Tower Hera. 2 items versus 5.
I mean, again, either or, right? Like, Swamp's a little bit of a slower dungeon. +1 on the items, but again, I like that the aggressiveness towards the Fat Fairy play.
Yeah, let's just hope that Thalane did not forget that Quake is in Spectacle Rock, though.
That would be devastating.
Yes.
It does seem like he's taking notes, so...
Like, I understand avoiding it. Maybe you want to route in Ether Tablet if ever you find the book, but... so long as he's not heading to Mire, then he doesn't need it.
Kohrek with some nice execution there in the Beetle Room, charging a spin, getting the one-hit kill on him, bouncing towards the Crystal Switch for the easy pot throw. It's good.
You can tell both of these runners have lots of experience with this. Do you know if they run an MG?
Yes, they both run an MG.
Do they both run NMG well?
Better than me.
Okay. You run well.
I don't run MG.
Oh, okay. I'm a little mesmerized here. It's like I want Kohrek to get those boosts. I want Thalane to go get his quick medallion because I want to make sure he does remember. It's a little bit of stress that I have on the behalf of those two runners.
Nah, man, I'm just enjoying this. All right, so Kohrek finishing off his tower here, picking up that crystal.
Yep.
I think Pod.
That is his 4th crystal.
Yeah, I think Pod will be next for him.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.
I'd actually be surprised at this point if he tried to route it in Pyramid, but he could surprise me.
I know that he sometimes routes Pyramid after Pod. I know he did that in his race against, well, me.
He doesn't have a lot of options other than that, right? Like, he'll have Skull Woods, he'll have Ice. So it just depends on how he just really wants to take it to, how he wants to play it, and does he want to dip Pendants and potentially waste more time, or does he want to do Overworld and potentially waste a little bit of time, right? So this is kind of the point of the seed. They both know, again, it's very fast. They're a couple of items away from go, so that's why it's not really surprising me they're playing pretty tight.
There we go. 2 at a time with Thalane. Super easy.
Yeah, good.
For Kohrek, we're just waiting.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Nice kill from Thalane, getting the triple fire rod shot in there with the Master Sword spin.
There we go. That is his 4th crystal.
Kohrek, I think, check out Spike Cave here.
Yep.
I don't think we've seen this one yet.
So they're both equal in terms of crystals.
Oh, for Arcane's here, that's going to be... Oh, wait, no, I guess they don't have Ether, so... I think it just puts them farther away from Boots.
Yeah.
And, yep, Thalane going right ahead, skipping that left side swamp, and going right for that Fat Fairy play.
As you predicted. Kohrek, where are you going?
I think it's gonna be Pod, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's see what 2 crystals buys you today. He really wants to get in there. And
not much.
Not what he wants, no.
You do realize that you have to kill Land Molas and you have to kill Argus, and this is your reward?
Yeah.
Like, not something like Silver Arrows or a Butter Sword. No, no, no. A Heart Piece and a big 20.
So I guess that's just a side footnote now that both runners have skipped that left side swamp play, so.
Yep. Could you imagine both have to go back?
Yeah, it could be like a, hey, I'm going to do Skull and Ice first, right?
Yeah.
We do know it will not be on the pedestal because TR is a pendant.
So they're both going to be in the same dungeon.
I guess, yeah, like, let's say Lane on now. He'll have 5 and 6 done, so maybe he just challenges Meyer.
Yeah.
Keeps it going that way. There's not a whole lot of game left for these guys. If it's here in Pod, I don't know. It could still be close. It just depends on what Kohrek's next move will be.
Well, that's the thing. Again, if it's here, he could try and go into Turtle Rock.
That was a really neat technique there from Kohrek.
Oh, yeah, it's a great way. If you find nothing in the first, you just charge your sword, push the statue away, and since there's the mini Helma, you bounce off him. It's great.
Nice.
first saw it done by Bonta, and then I do it every single time.
Otto, of course, is in this tournament as well, and he was one of the top 3.
That's right. So he is already in the bracket.
Yep.
Didn't have to do any of this group stuff. He's just been chilling out at SG Live these past 2 days. So you can see, like, slowly Thalane is catching up to Kohrek. Like, Kohrek went in the dungeon first, but Thalane is just like, well, right here, a couple rooms away. See, I like this from Kohrek. Going to the boss first.
Proper routing.
Yeah. He has enough keys. He has the big key. So you won't have to do the long way back through the bow side.
Thalane got an option to do the same. Yep.
That makes sense because he is 1 item from mode versus Kohrek being 2.
I think going right and having that combination of keys, yeah, you just always want to because you can just run in the item there. But like you said, in Thalane's case, he just needs 1 item, so yeah, it does make quite a bit of sense. I guess Kohrek is just thinking the long game that, you know, if I can trim down my travel and pod, then might as well do it. I gotta do this anyways.
Yep. Lovely turtle room on Kohrek's behalf.
Alright, so if Red Kane's not here, hypothetically, where do you think will be their next option?
I want it to be in Misery Mire, so you got to think about it. Like, Thalane's got a few mirror checks left, like K45. There's Ice Palace that neither have done. There's Misery Mire that neither have done. There's not much else, is there?
So I guess if I were to put myself in their shoes and just put myself in mind of the runner right now, it's ultimately, do I feel behind, right? And if I'm feeling behind, first thing I'm going to have in my head with like 4 or 5 crystals done, and I'm still a couple items away from goes, how's that skull width looking? Like, 'cause again, it's such an early route availability option that it's kind of scary when you're putting it off for this long.
And we can't forget left side swamp.
Yeah.
At least 2 items there.
Yeah. It's just interesting that both runners have done it.
And Thalane, I think, making the right decision going into Eastern Palace before clearing out the rest of pod.
It's a very smart decision, actually, yeah. A lot of Eastern Palace's chests are very empath, so he'll be able to... He's looking to, again, like Kohrek, avoid a lot of that extra travel in pod.
Yep. So far, nothing in pod.
A lot of health, yeah.
Yeah. It's not something that you want to see right now. It's like, you don't need this.
Yeah, what, Thalane 5 crystals and Kohrek's 4 at 58.
This is going to be a small key.
Yes, it is.
Well, yeah, why?
I think he's just making sure. I do that sometimes.
But there was no doubt. Anyway.
Out.
So, do you think Thalane's going to come back and do pod afterwards?
That'd be quite the gamble if he left it.
Yeah, because he only got 1 item out of there. And Kohrek miscounted because
Yeah,
the map and the compass were the last two chests. Oh no, he still hasn't done the front, has he?
No.
Oh my.
That's an item.
It's an item. It's not progression. It's nice to have. So at least it won't be Master Sword Silverless, but...
So if Thalane so choose and decide not to, you know, hey, I don't want those items in pod, then that's what he's missing. So we know what the penalty will be.
Yeah. And here comes Kohrek going off to Ice Palace.
Oh man, this is
Whew.
risky. This is very risky. Again, just where he's at and everything he knows, he's essentially said, I don't want Skull in my future, so he's just going to go ahead and play Ice and just get as far ahead as possible at this point.
Well, the thing is, he might also be thinking, well, Skull Woods is always readily accessible. If my opponent has already done that, I'm late anyway, so this might be his only redeeming option.
Yep, fair enough compared to how the seeds kind of paced so far, so yeah, no, I agree with that. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. That's a fine.
So what does he do? What does he do? Is he off to Mizzy
Meyer.
Yeah.
It's such a bad spot, though. It's such a bad spot.
He won't want to come back to Ice because it only has 2 items left.
No, oh.
Did he miss the bird?
Yeah, the bird. No, the bird missed him. He just he's like, no, I don't want any of this. Yeah, he's making 100% the right call. He's just going right to Meyer now.
It makes sense.
He's thinking boots are going to be his go, and it's going to be here.
Yeah, he's probably going to go straight to the boss.
Yep.
May come back in afterwards.
So what is Thalane's? Yeah, he's going to go back in for pod.
Yeah, so he will get his silvers as well.
Okay, so again, he'll get back some of that time just by virtue of finding silvers there, so that's good.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, no,
Thalane will cover a lot more ground much faster.
It's again, just to stress that point, it's a bad spot for Kohrek to have to go, right? Because he's thinking to himself, he wants to put it off for Fat Fairy play without 5/6 crystal, and he can't do it. So.
Well, no, there won't be any reason to for Fat Fairy.
Has he done Quakefish yet?
It can't ever be Fat Fairy.
Has he done Quakefish yet?
He has not.
So now he has a route option. Okay, if it's singular, yeah, that's really it's almost like it's orphaned forever.
It's Pyramid Catfish. That's the only thing. It can't be Pyramid Fairy for him. He knows that. Yeah,
this is going to be I think this is going to be very close. It's all really going to be up to what Thalane does in the next 5 minutes, I think.
It'll be up to Thalane right after pod. It'll be up to Kohrek after Mizzy. Because Mizzy has a lot of straights that you can use the boots on. I hope he doesn't go back to Ice. Both runners have given up on left side swamp for sure. So, yeah, Thalane gonna go through the same way that Kohrek did.
Wonder if Kohrek picks up another sword here too, just full clearing. That'd be actually quite really good for him right now.
Well, so far he's picked up a key and what?
I think 2 keys.
No, he got one out of the pot and he got one out of the chest, but there was another chest.
All right, where are you going, Thalane? Oh.
Well, good for him. Bad for Kohrek. Bad for me.
Rip Rywek.
So yeah. Thalane soon to enter go mode. Kohrek gonna experience this lovely cutscene. My favorite. It's where you get to put down the remote and just look at a shaking screen.
I think, yeah, you know what, I think you were right. I think both runners are just thinking it's fast. I want to get ahead of it.
Yeah.
It's probably, if it's there, I'm probably going to lose, so just push ahead. That's a quick ice dip. And Gomo.
Gomo for Thalane.
He still has to get that quick. And with him mirroring, that just tells me he knows where it is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just didn't bother getting it. Off he goes. Meanwhile, Kohrek finding his first item. Still no big key. Might have been the second item, actually. But we know there's nothing important left in here. Well, there could be a sword, but... Alright, officially go mode for Thalane. Oh, he was farming for hearts. There's the big key. Off to the box.
So big key there, he's saying no to the big chest?
Yep.
He has both items, or?
I know he got one. Here's something I have no idea how to do. Did he manage to do the spooky action glitch, or?
Yeah, just the setup's a little peculiar. I'm not sure if Kohrek set the values to when he fluted in.
Oh my, he's down to a single heart.
Well,
And
he
yeah,
did
he
set
did
it,
do it,
yeah,
yeah.
so, okay.
But he's got to be a little careful here.
Well, happy Halloween.
I mean, does he... What's in those bottles? There's a
Green potion and I think
The-
oh, that's close.
He could, no, dude.
Hey, he's got silvers, so.
Yeah, well, they both do.
Yeah, it was a green potion and a P. That's the other one. I knew it wasn't like a fairy or red or blue.
No.
But again, he should be fine here. He's going to play it very safe. Just kind of give it a little bit of space. Honestly, I think it could be a little too safe because that happens, but no, he's fine.
He's fine, yeah. But now he needs those
Yep.
boots. He needs to get on the next location. If he
has
doesn't,
to, he has to go now. Yeah.
yeah,
It's all
it has
up
to
to
be
this.
checked. Yep.
He still has desert to do, where
Yeah,
Thalane will
exactly.
have that.
That's why
that
it
jump
has to be
up
the
higher.
next check.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get it, then this race is...
Even then, yeah,
It's a runoff then.
even then, it's still again Thalane's right in the commanding position right now.
Yep. There will still be the big key to be found in GT, but
Where are you going?
oh, this is good. This is not. He's doing the shovel check.
Yep. Shovel was.
Shovel?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah. It was.
Not important.
No, I guess not, eh? It's not the most notable item.
Oh,
okay.
That's a nice little pickup.
Sure.
That's some time.
That is some time. But now he has to go get those boots. So, okay, again, right number. The right number. And he is going to the
Going
dark
back to
world.
swamp, is he?
Either or. If he goes up, this is good. If he goes down, this is bad.
I love how vested you are in this.
I am so invested. He needs this so bad. Come on.
You know,
Go
I
up,
assure
go
you
up,
guys
go up.
watching at home, Rywek is pumped up right now. There were about 10 fist pumps, at least.
Okay, this is going to be tight now. So, he
I
does
think-
have a weapon advantage. He is late, but he has a weapon advantage.
That is like the best thing that could happen for him is that
Yeah.
sword. Like, I think it's, I don't know.
Oh, Thalane is missing a small key. He got the big key, but because he didn't have a small key, he has to go the other way around. Okay, so this is a little bit of time.
He's
It's
so
just a little bit of
excited.
time.
He's so excited about it.
Well, it's so tight. It's gonna be tight.
Yep, that's the reason. And there's Kohrek's boots, and Kohrek is now in go mode.
So he's just gonna flute, go get that
Desert's
big
gonna be
key.
very fast. Yeah,
well,
they're gonna
he
be.
still has to go get the big key on the right side.
I think it's almost shifted now with Kohrek getting that Titan, right? So, or the tempered. Sorry. Thalane still has to finish off the rest of Fire.
It'll be what, helpful a bit for the gauntlet.
It's all gonna come down to.
In Ganon, you probably save at most 30 seconds with it.
Again, it's, you know what, it's gonna come down to where is it and where they route, and
It will.
how ahead is Thalane at that point, because he's gonna need that 30-second buffer.
Yeah, because their execution is very similar. Oh man. Who knows? I want to know.
Yeah.
It's not as if I can skip ahead and go look at the SRL room because there's a 15-minute delay. No, it's live. This is live, people.
This man's tournament life is on the line
It
here.
is. It is. I am somewhat biased.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
That's a very strong word.
Yeah. Would you like to remind them why?
I think you have.
I think
5
I've done
times.
that. Yeah, 5 times. And there goes Vidi for Thalane.
nice
He has
dash.
his
There's
7th
the key.
crystal. Kohrek on his way to get his 7th. He just needs to get rid of Lanmo.
Yep.
This is tight.
So it's going to be about another minute or so before Kohrek starts his journey up there. So again, Thalane's still in the advantage, and of course there still could be a sword that could pop in GTs.
Absolutely.
I
Because
think
if
if
a
that
sword
happens,
does pop
it's-
up, then
I
that
think it's
advantage
game
is
over.
not bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So it's gonna be a very exciting finish here.
Yep.
Missing the dash there too. That's a little unfortunate, but he covers pretty quick.
This is fine. Well, I'm a little nervous.
It's okay. I'm here with you.
Aw, thank you. What would I do without you?
I don't know.
Probably solo commentate. Rocket.
Play in the runoff race. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Probably not. There we go. Lanmo is down. Kohrek gets his 7th crystal. Gonna start heading to Death Mountain.
Thalane activates the Pex here, and now is on his final journey to GT.
Oh, man. Oh, looks like they're doing the game in chat. I didn't know it was still a thing. I heard a 22 from the crowd.
Who said that? Security.
So, 1:14:01. The lane is in.
He's going left side first.
I don't know what his style is.
Oh, that is not good.
Nope. Nope.
Kohrek. Okay. It's all execution now. Like
Yeah,
Kohrek.
and G got dead rocked.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts. It hurts.
I think he has just enough of a leg room to be very comfy with this, but he doesn't know that.
No. Oh my god, that's
tight
2
race.
bonks.
Yeah, you can feel, you can see Kohrek shaking his head.
Yeah. He might have heard the crowd going, "Aww." Little does he know. Little does he know. So he's gonna be like a minute 15, minute 10 behind upon entering. Thalane going up the gauntlet. No pressure. None. So 115.23, that is 122 difference. And he goes right side. Thalane is just burning his way up.
He gets a small key here and goes.
And there's a small key.
Yep.
He's gone. No. This is
It's not looking good for you right now.
I guess. Oh, okay, fine. It's not looking good, but it's not over yet. It's probably over. It is the lane we are talking about.
Yep.
Master Sword Silvers is not something
I have enough confidence in both these highly skilled runners' abilities that they'll be able to manage the rest of the game no problem. With what they got.
for sure. Come on, butter.
There's the ether.
It is
Okay,
more
red
protection.
tunic, yeah. Oh, and powder.
Ooh.
Every safety. Handy.
He did take out the mirror, so he will be getting the big key soon, but Thalane is almost at the top already.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good, 5 minutes up the tower?
116 too. Oh, wow. Very quick race.
Yeah. That is so fast.
It's hard to say that it could have even been quicker at this point, right? Because where Red Game was. So
Yeah.
I think both the runners, you know, with what their decisions were and everything, was very sound, very well executed race by both of our guys tonight.
Sling it to open these chests.
Yeah, he's gonna look for another sword.
More health.
I think it's
Bombs.
the right call. I think it's the
Hey.
right call.
It is.
He's got
because
silvers.
Master Sword to Tempered is enough time saved
Yeah, it's what, like 10 seconds maybe.
to open all 4 chests.
This is like 3. If properly execute, which he just did. Oh, please
my
get out of
God.
here. So that's a stab.
Yeah.
So he's going to want to stab him again, or
Or
else
just
he's
a
going to get
slash.
enraged.
This is fine. One more spin.
Yep. Oh. 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 Okay.
He's good. He's good. He's good. Fall. Last chest validated. Well, it's true. We don't say that in the English.
Security.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Yep. So Master Sword Silver's 4th lane. Kohrek making his way up, slowly but surely. Missing a few shots with that bow. I got 2, and that was double.
A very free pattern here with blue. Yeah, that's
Another double.
still.
So 2 more hits.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I would not have gotten that. There we go.
Kohrek just finishing off the limo fight there.
Yep.
Not too far behind, but
A good
couple
3
minutes,
minutes.
yeah.
Refilling on arrows. Kind of needs it. Off we go to the Ganon fight for Thalane. So let's remind people it takes 12 spins of the Master Sword Force, the first and second phases of Ganon. Then 4 more spins for phase 3, and then we'll be using silver arrows.
Yeah, and Thalane does not have that option to slash Ganon at that point. It has to be all spins.
Yeah. So it takes a bit more time.
He gets the god pad in there, though.
That's the best.
Yeah, that's
He
the
can get
good
all
stuff right
12
there.
spins right here in this corner. No problem.
And he's good.
Yep. Already phase 3. Oh, no.
No!
Oh, he was missing a
going
spin.
off. Surprised he didn't go for it, but no, he's
Yeah.
got there. Oh, that was cheeky.
Jeez. That hat should be on fire.
That was good.
Of course, up to Moldorm. Phase 4. Kohrek enters Aga.
No silvers, my one weakness.
I mean, you have been stabbing him with a sword bow this whole time.
He's got other weaknesses.
What are his other weaknesses?
Swordsman.
Oh.
Nice
There
little
we
double
go.
there.
And there goes Ganon. Oh, man. What great time, though.
Yep.
And
That's
there we
gonna
go.
be time.
Thalane, GG, 121.28.
What a spectacular race.
It was good.
It's just a great run from both our runners.
So.
That was good.